Hello, and welcome to the Truly Kenya podcast. Thank you for listening. If you are listening on your favorite podcast platform, please like and subscribe. If you are a visual person and you're watching us on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share there also. So today I have a guest, Janeshia Adams Ginyard. Did I say it right?
You
Hey,
did.
Emmy nominated actress and stunt woman. Noble, she was Noble in Wakanda Forever. Marvel, she was also in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right?
Yes.
And she's also a pro wrestler. And you know American Sign Language,
I do. Yes.
like fluently?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
I know. Okay. So I'm about to turn into like, do you guys remember when you were little and your mom would maybe have some friends over and you had a special trick or something you could do? And she would say, come down here. I'm just saying, like my mother never said come down and sing because I don't sing. But Kenny, come down here and show them your dance that you just did. Okay. So how many times in life have you guys come across someone who actually knows sign language that is Black? Okay. Now, I'm not saying it's not a lot of them. Maybe my world is very limited. I've never come across one who is fluent in sign language. So, okay. So I'm going to say, Janesha, come on down and show these people what you know how to do. Okay. So you're going to
Come down here and
show
then-
me some sign language. Like,
Okay.
okay, let's see. What should you say? Like,
Well, if you told me to come down, I could be like, "Hey, hi, I'm happy to be here."
okay. Can you do it
Yeah.
with your fingers?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
sign language.
Okay. Okay. All right. We're doing a lot
Yes,
of talking over there.
it's with my hands.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna
All
show
right.
you with my hands.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, what you doing? Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Janesha, come down here and show these people what you working with. You done?
Yes, I said a hi. I'm happy to be here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought we was gonna get. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, you ain't gonna communicate back to me.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Okay. So what? Okay. Now, just because we on the topic.
Oh, you
of
want
the
a
sign
full
language-
conversation?
I
Yeah,
like
no.
what they be doing
Yeah.
that. Okay. So, what is the difference between? Because yours specifically said American Sign Language.
Yes.
So, what other kind of sign language is there?
That's a great question. So there are different types of sign languages. Like there's British Sign Language.
Oh.
Yeah, there's Japanese Sign Language. Like I have friends who are fluent in both of those.
Really?
It's
So-
almost like American,
Yeah.
German, Spanish. Different. It's literally a different language. Sign language is a language, and we communicate
Oh.
with our hands.
I am
and-
so naive. I just thought it was.
Oh,
Okay,
you
got
thought?
it.
See,
Universal.
that's Americans for you.
That
Okay.
is. I'm telling you.
Selfish.
It's all about us.
Selfish.
Everything revolves around us.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you
Oh,
you
you're
want all the
right.
Russian people to know American Sign Language. They
Yeah.
shouldn't have their own.
Yeah, if you got to talk to them.
American.
I mean, you shouldn't even talk to them, but you got to talk to them. Yeah, I did. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
cool. It is, and it's different when you like watch how they do their alphabets because like we do ours like A B C D E, you know.
Yes.
But I watched this lady who was doing like British Sign Language.
Yes.
And don't quote me, I don't remember,
Right,
but it was
okay.
like A B. It was like here.
Oh, it
the
was
hand was like
totally different.
here. It was completely different.
Let
And
me
I
ask
was
you,
like,
do you remember
wow.
if the word no was no?
I think no was still like no.
No.
Like we can do no like this no.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Shaking
okay.
head.
Yes.
Because it's more like you use your hands, but it's
Yes.
also facial expressions.
Yes.
Some signs can be the same, but if you have
Yeah.
your raised eyebrow versus it's very expressive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that I think sign language is really cool, especially when I see them at concerts, like rap
Yes,
concerts. If they're
yeah.
really into it, sometimes your focus, like especially on clips, my focus is even not on the artist.
Right.
You know, sometimes you get these sign language. Is that American Sign Language that they're doing?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
doing American Sign Language.
So that they're so good, they be so into it. And a lot of times it's these white women, you know, like 45 years old. But
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
God, I love it.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Because you
Like,
see them, but then you hear the music and you hear
yes.
the bass and
but
the
they
rap.
be all into it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Because
you
it's
know?
visual. It's
It
all visual.
is.
Like you're using your whole body to convey what it
Yes.
is that's being translated.
I think it's super
Yeah.
cool. So,
Yeah.
all right, look at you with all the tasks.
Okay.
Okay, is that on your resume?
It is.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I've actually booked work as a sign language interpreter
Really?
as a role. Yeah, I did an
You
episode.
could do a concert. Could
I've
how
done
you sign up for that?
I've done so I've done concerts. I used to be a part of the deaf ministry at my church.
Yeah.
And so I would interpret concerts, I would interpret the preaching, the sermons, the prayers, all that. Yeah.
Okay, so let me think.
Yeah. But I'm thinking, okay, wait, what?
Would you do a rap concert? Like Dirty South or lots of language,
like Mike Jones, like something like that. Like what are we talking about? Are we talking about back then they didn't know me, or are we talking like
I'm talking right now with the golden black hair?
Oh,
Like, who y'all got from Pittsburgh? Are there any rappers from Pittsburgh?
Oh, that's a good question. I think
I guess you ain't got nobody. You don't know. Okay.
Look, the Steelers are out there. That's all I care about. The Steelers, baby.
Yeah,
yeah.
So, but yeah,
I'm trying to think.
That would be a fun job.
That would. I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't mind doing that. Because early on, when I was like in the industry, I would do voicing and interpreting for deaf models and actors and dancers. I would go with them to their auditions. Yeah. Oh. And this is voicing. So it would be, they would have an interpreter there. Yeah. And so I could interpret for them and then voice what they're saying back. Like if they're being interviewed. Voicing.
Somebody, how did you get into sign language?
So my mom was a senior accountant for Xerox. Okay. And so when we're from California, we're not transplants. Let that be known. Oh. I am from California. Okay. I am from Sarita, from here, right?
Okay.
Because in California we get a lot of transplants because everyone wants to be in Hollywood.
But I think only in LA you guys get a
very
lot of
true.
I'm from the Bay.
You're right.
I don't think we get a lot of
transplants. Yeah, unless they're from SoCal.
No, right.
Yeah. Because even when I moved up there, I stayed there additional time after. Yeah, you're right. So I will say LA.
Yes.
So I'm from LA, and my mom's job transferred us to New York, and we lived upstate New York in West Henrietta, which is a suburb outside of Rochester.
Okay.
We were the only Black family in the town.
Okay.
And me and my twin sister were 2 of the 4 only Black kids in our school. Yes. And where we lived, there was a high population of the deaf and hearing impaired.
Really?
Yeah. Rochester is where they invented finger spelling. So it's like, when someone says, oh, I know sign language. And then they're like, well, all I know is like the alphabets. So you might actually communicate with somebody just like actually spelling the words.
Oh.
Like,
yes.
Yeah. So finger spelling.
Yes.
That was invented in Rochester. Oh. And my mom, she saw that we had a high population of hearing impaired around us, near us, living by us. Yeah. Our friends had parents that were deaf.
Yes.
Our friends were CODA's, child of deaf adults.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And my mom was like, you guys need to learn sign language so you can communicate with your friends when you're going over to their house and talk to their parents.
Yes.
So she enrolled all of us, me, my twin sister, her, and at the time, our cousin moved with us.
Yes.
And yeah, we all took sign language then. And I was probably, I don't know, I might have been like 6, 7 years old.
Really?
When I first learned sign language. Yeah.
Are there a lot of schools or something? Like, why do you think there are so many hearing impaired there?
I just think it was just a place where they congregated because the school for the deaf was there.
Yeah.
And I think that's where they were able to congregate and get the help and knowledge that they needed. Right. Now, I mean, you have school for the deafs everywhere. There's one in the Bay.
There is one.
Yeah. And they do athletics. Like growing up, my professional goal was to be a sports commentator and sign language interpreter for deaf athletes.
Really?
That's what I want to do. Yes.
Oh, not too late. I mean, you still know the language, not too late.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I've interpreted and stuff. Yeah, but that was like a goal of mine because they're deaf athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool. Mm-hmm. Okay. So do you find you use it a lot, or is this one of the things in your toolbox?
It was used quite often. I want to say growing up, in church. Mm-hmm. It got lost a little bit while in college, but I enrolled while I was taking classes at Berkeley's adult school. So I would do my classes and then I would go there because I found out they started offering sign language classes and they actually offer.
Oh, so you were still serious about it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Once I found out that Berkeley Adult School offered it, I would like take my classes at Cal and then I was like, oh my God, I had class at like Tuesday, Thursday nights. And so, yeah, because I'm like, I'm not going to lose this.
Yes.
And then here recently, the past like 2 to 3 years, I've been using it more for auditions. I can't even tell you how many callbacks I was having with my sign language, and finally got a booking on a Netflix show. Yeah, where I was one of the interpreters.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's great. It's a great asset, I want to say. And I'm so happy that my mom was very, very adamant about me and my sister being well-rounded.
Is your sister as good as it as you are? Like, are you all three still fluent? Would you be fluent?
Yeah. So I don't necessarily know. I would, but
fingering?
In fingering?
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Yes.
So you guys could like sit and over lunch and you all could?
I definitely know I would be able to. I don't necessarily know if my sister
Yeah.
would be, but I definitely hold conversations with people with my auditions, like Tanya and Velma, who are people that were at my church who still assist me when, same way when I have an acting audition, you go to people you're teaching, your coaches. I would say Velma and Tanya would be the two that I go to, like, hey, check this out. Did I do this right? Did I sign it right? And I've had deaf adults and kids tell me that. They're like, are you a coda? And I'm like, that's like the greatest compliment ever. No, I'm not a child of a deaf adult, but thank you. Yeah. So I know I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that is so awesome.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you kind of told us.
Yes.
You grow up, you end up at Berkeley.
Go Bears. Woo! I rep my blue and gold. Yes.
I love Berkeley just because it's adjacent to Oakland.
Yes.
And then how do you get into stunting or acting? Which came first?
Acting came first.
Okay.
Yes.
So how do we end up there?
Okay. So while I was at Berkeley, I was a student athlete. I did track and field. Okay. Basically, I did track and field my whole entire life.
Yeah.
Like I've just been an athlete.
Like a track girl.
Yeah. Come on. What I look like I did.
You look like you ran. I don't know.
I did.
Were you a runner?
Yes.
Okay.
So I did the hurdles.
The other thing is only the shot put.
I mean, they do the field events. Yeah, shot put is field.
What is a field event? What is that?
So that's like shot put, javelin.
No, you don't look like that. You look like a runner. You got that runner's body.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
long and lean. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
were you good?
I did. Oh, yes, I was. Okay, so let me tell you.
She said, yes, I was.
Yes.
I love it.
Okay, so I was like a little Jackie Joyner, Kersey.
Oh.
Because Jackie Joyner, best athlete in the world, she was a multi-eventer. She did the heptathlon.
Okay.
And so I'm going to tell you what that is.
Good, because I don't know.
Yeah, so I did the hurdles and the heptathlon. The heptathlon is they combine field and track.
Yeah.
So for women, it's 7, but I'm sure you've heard of the decathlon, which is what they do for men when they say that's the greatest athletes in the world. So that was Bruce Jenner, now Caitlyn,
Oh, so that didn't, when it comes to a woman,
it's the heptathlon, 7 events. For men, it's 10.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so for the women, you had the field events were javelin, shot put, and long jump and high jump. Mm-hmm. So there's 4 field events. And then the 3 running events were the 100-meter hurdles, the 200 meters, and the 800 meters. Oh, yeah.
And you did all 3 of those?
I did the combination of all of that. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So are you, so you're in college.
Yep.
You are a student athlete, a good student athlete.
Yes, thank you.
And then how does that
transition into everything? Okay, so after graduating, I'm like, I'm gonna do sports modeling and stuff. Well, there was a little stint between there where I did bobsledding.
What?
Yes. Okay, so even though I grew up as a track person, I did, that's a summer sport.
Bobsledding?
Yes, I always.
Is that a winter sport?
It is. I'm telling you.
In California, you trying to do bobsledding in California?
So
you saw that movie. What was the bobsledding movie?
Cool Runnings.
Yeah,
I'm half Jamaican.
Okay,
so
you
it's in my blood. It's in my DNA.
You said that could be me.
Yes.
That could be me. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Okay, Janeshia, you are the sweetest little light. You are so multi-talented. I don't think I've ever met anyone like you. Okay?
Yes. Yeah. I know I'm chosen. I tell everybody I'm chosen.
You are chosen.
Yes.
You are so pure. Yes. I don't know, pure and crazy. And you looked at Cool Run and said, that's going to be me.
All day. And a Jamaican. So we're an entire vibe. And a mood, yes.
Okay, so you say, I'm going to do bobsledding.
And I always wanted to do a winter sport.
How do you do it? How do you find
So this is the thing.
Yeah.
You necessarily don't train to be a bobsledder because bobsledders come from different athletic disciplines. A lot of them come from track, but then you have like the drivers who come from like NASCAR.
Yes.
Yes. So I told my strength and conditioning coach at the time at Cal that, oh my God, I want to do bobsledding. Actually, I think I mentioned speed skating too and bobsledding. And so next thing you know, she did her research and found out where the U.S. practice facilities were, and they were having a test. So she was like, oh, yeah, she's found all the testing stuff. This is Summer. She's like my BFF now. Do you know that she went and left and went down there and did the American testing, like won. And next thing you know, she was
Wait.
Yes.
The person you told about bobsledding?
Say it again, Kenya.
The person you told about bobsledding?
Yes. Who did the research, saw when the U.S. was, she's like, let's see when they're having a test. So she looked up, saw when they were having their test and all that stuff. Now, I was a student at the time. She was my strength and conditioning coach.
Yes.
She went.
Did she pass the information on to you?
I'm going to tell you how. So she went on. She was competing for the U.S. internationally. Sure was. Killing the game. Awesome. That's your shout out, Summer. And
hey, Summer.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know yet, Summer.
Yes.
The verdict is still out. I don't know.
So she did it for years. Then she had her kids.
Yeah.
And so they reached out to her. 2006.
Yes.
Well, it must have been 2006. Yeah. And they said, hey, Summer, at the time, the driver's name was Jamia, who ironically is the name of my twin sister.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he goes, Summer, Jamia needs another brakeman. She's, getting it ready to do America's Cup or whatever.
Yeah.
Summer's like, I basically can't do it anymore. I had a kid, but I know the perfect person.
You.
And she told them me.
Okay, Summer. Yeah. Shout out, Summer. Okay. It took you many years. Summer was on that sled and was international. So she had left Berkeley.
Oh, yeah. And she was international.
Yes.
With the U.S. Yeah. She was killing it. And she was like, I had a kid or whatever, but I know the perfect person. So Jamia contacted me. Like, I spoke to Jamia, like the coach. I'm pretty sure I talked to the coach, too. Yeah. And so then as we were preparing for me to go to Canada, because that's where I was going, to Calgary.
Yes.
Yes. Summer would have me, I would go over to her house and sit in her living room, and she would position me how I would be sitting over the brakes because I was going as a brakeman. And then we also did like the short sprints that we were doing. Yeah. We were doing some Olympic weightlifting, like cleans and jerks, because that's what you do. I mean, these sleds are like 500 pounds. Wow. So I was going over there, and Summer was telling me, she was telling me what I was going to do.
Had you in that living room pretending that you guys were cool runners. I love it.
Yes. And then next thing you know, I went to Calgary in Canada.
Was that your first time in Calgary?
That was my first time in Calgary, yeah. Not my first time in Canada.
I mean, it was pretty cold, right?
It was pretty cold, but honestly, I'd rather be cold than hot.
What?
Yes, I'll tell you why. Because
everyone,
I know. Everyone asks, like, why would you rather be cold than hot?
I do.
Because when you're cold, you can always do things to warm yourself up. Jumping jacks, run in place. When you're hot, you can't do nothing. Okay.
You didn't say nothing a person who don't like to exercise would want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how you can tell you fit. You're in that fit mindset, okay? For me, a person who does not like to, none of what you just said sound like anything I want to be doing. No jumping jacks, no nothing. You should have just said you could put on layers, sweaters and coats, and continue to sit there while you eat your bonbons and watch Netflix. Yeah, blankets.
That's an option that I never thought of.
You went straight to
jumping jacks
physical,
and movement.
But that's you.
Yes.
That's your frame. That's your mindset.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what can you do if you're hot and you're trying to cool down?
Swim.
Nothing.
You
can't really do much. You're just like, oh my God, I'm so hot.
Yeah, especially at night.
Seriously.
Oh. Mm-hmm. But, okay, so if you had a choice to go on vacation to a very warm place.
Yes.
But say it has beaches and water and stuff like that.
Okay.
Or a colder place. Like, I don't know, something extreme like the Antarctic or whatever.
Oh,
like on a cruise or whatever.
Okay.
Which would you choose? The warm weather vacation or the cold weather vacation?
Dang, this is a tough one because I would choose the warm one, but I also know that it's going to be limited people down in Antarctica. So I would
you don't like people.
I do like
You don't like people?
I do like people, but I'm saying, me being able to navigate and move around with any, extra hurdles and stuff, it would probably be easier to navigate in Antarctica. I'm thinking, but I do love the photo ops.
Though would be
super cool, and not many people will have been there.
Did you say super cool? No, that wasn't what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I think Antarctica would be like the Grand Canyon. Like you pull up, you got this big hole. 20 minutes, you good, you all into it, and you're like, ready? Time to go. You know what I mean? Like Antarctica. Like to me, you get off. I don't know of a boat or how.
Probably ship
and
or something.
You look around. You say, it's cold, but you still enjoying, get your food,
photo
pictures,
ops,
whatever. Pop. And then you'll be like, ready. I just that don't sound fun to me.
Yeah.
Nothing cold sounds fun to me.
Nothing cold.
No,
but
not really.
Trust me, I do love the whole vacation warm weather stuff. Because I like to be in a swimsuit.
Yeah.
I like to be frolicking around.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like to frolic around in the sand and stuff. But
yes.
I definitely think Antarctica would be really cool. If I got to see a real life polar bear.
Yes. So so
a
let's
penguin or two.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, okay, let me get back to Calgary. Were they nice to you?
They were, eh?
Oh! Take me there.
I said it. No.
Okay.
No, they were really nice.
Really?
And I remember, so there's fast food restaurants everywhere when we go across the world. There's the McDonald's that was in Calgary. It was right across the street from where we were competing. I was running down there because they had their sweet and sour sauce was different than our sweet and sour sauce. Mm-hmm. It was so good.
You know what's really interesting? I've seen a lot on TikTok. That is a thing when you go to different countries to go to the McDonald's to see that is a big thing that people do when they go to other countries. Go to the McDonald's to see what is
they're
different.
offering.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how it tastes different. Even when we were in Europe, London, in fact, my daughter said we have to stop by a McDonald's. I was like, who's trying to go to McDonald's? Why are we trying to do that?
It's a thing.
And she was like, yeah, it is a thing.
Yeah.
And so it's weird to hear. I've been seeing it a lot on TikTok, and now to hear that you did the same thing. I did that.
I was like, I need that sweet and sour sauce. How y'all sweet and sour sauce taste? Yeah, it was good. And I just got back from Italy. I did the same thing there.
Yes. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what was it like? Did everything? Tell me about the McDonald's in Italy. Was everything fresh?
Parmesan.
Oh,
yeah,
with
a lot of
cheese?
and then they had
They do
it was some I want to say it was a shrimping.
Did it taste fresher?
I don't necessarily think it was fresher. It was just different seeing these different options.
Yes. Were there a lot of people inside of the McDonald's?
A lot.
Really?
A lot.
In Italy?
Yeah, it was a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, you saw was it mozzarella? Or the cheese, whatever the cheese. Yeah,
mozzarella.
Yeah, it was the Parmesan options and stuff. Puerto Rico, in Puerto Rico, which is still American or whatever, but they had a chicken mac, not a Big Mac. And I was like, this is so cool. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you meet a lot of, I'm sure, because you are bubbly, friendly, that kind of person. So I'm sure you meet a lot of people in Calgary.
Yeah.
You do these races in Calgary?
Yeah, it was bobsledding. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So did you guys win? How did you do as a brakeman?
Yeah, so that was really cool.
Was your training different than being in the moment? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or was it seamless for you?
So not necessarily seamless because what I was not told is that we basically do all the work. Now, I think they're still probably doing all the work. Yeah. When I say all the work, it's we clean the sleds. We actually...
Oh, you mean the manual?
The manual work. I did not realize there's no manual work in track or anything like that. No, there's manual labor. We actually... Because the track is high and then you go down low.
Okay.
So those sleds got to get up to the top to go down low. Then you got to bring them back up.
Yeah.
So we help load the sled onto a truck that drives up to the top. When it gets to the top, you have to actually unload the sled. So it's not like you slide off. No, you carry the sled to its spot, set it down. Then the people will put it down on the track so you can go. And then once it's down, you load that heavy sled back on
500 pounds, right?
Yeah, they're heavy. And you actually have to clean the sled, right? Because just like if you're racing a horse, you don't show up to your horse all dirty and stinky. No. So the sleds get cleaned, sandpaper down. When I tell you I had calluses all over my hands, all over my hands from the sandpaper. Use sandpaper and you're cleaning. Yes, you're cleaning. And these are called runners, which are the blades that go into the track.
Okay.
We are sandpapering the runners down, make sure they're smooth and tight.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing that you would not know unless a bobsledder told you had to do that.
So you just did this job for one season? Because that would have been when they whipped out. Because I am so particular about my hands.
You would not have liked it.
No.
Calluses all day. You're like this. And they're looking and you're like, oh my God. You're like, this is too much. Yeah, slanting down the runners and stuff. Yeah.
So you did that? You
did that. Yeah, season. So that was for America's Cup. And I just was Jamia's brakeman for that.
Yeah.
And then I realized I didn't want to be at Amazon anymore because I was still, doing my modeling, sports stuff. And I was like losing weight. They're like, how you losing weight? I was losing weight, so then they would add weight to the sled, which is not necessarily a good thing because they're heavy.
Oh.
So after that, I was like...
So you have to be a certain weight?
You do want to be... so that it balances out with the sled and they don't have to add these extra weights to it to move it. But
did they feed you guys well within the Olympic... Well, was it Olympic?
This was the national team, so...
Did they feed you guys well?
I think I got fed well. I feel like I had per diem.
Oh, you could have.
I think I had per diem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember complaining about the food.
If you losing weight, you wasn't splitting it on food. What else y'all got going on in Calgary?
But maybe I was eating good and just all that sanding down them runners was burning calories because something wasn't adding up.
Arms is probably
I was
good.
like, and lifted that sled. I think it was the manual labor that did it. That's why I was losing weight. Thank you for, that's part of my PTSD. Shoot. All of that, manual labor. Yeah. I can't wash my car now.
So we get through that.
Yes.
And we come back to the States.
Yes. And I immediately start doing, I'm heavy into sports modeling.
Okay.
And heavy into doing, commercials. I was doing a lot of commercials. I booked 3 Nike campaigns. I did Nike CrossFit, Nike soccer. Never played soccer in my life. Did Nike soccer.
Yes.
Basketball. So I was just still doing that. I mean, you could see me on set one day being a principal, and then the next day I'd be an extra. I was a hustler.
Yeah.
Again, I'm Jamaican. We got about 9 different jobs.
Right.
Okay, we gonna win.
Right. So you gonna make it happen.
So I was doing all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how that kind of happened. And then from doing a lot of the commercials and sports commercials, I was always a jock. That was the thing. I was always a jock. The hurdler. I did a Disney commercial one time, and I was the hurdler. Yeah. So
But you have that. I mean, you walk in. I mean, you are incredibly fit. So I could see that. And I could see you Nike. I could see that whole ad. I haven't seen a commercial, but I could definitely see you any of that.
I need my own Nike ad. Where y'all at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where y'all at? Yeah. But wait. And so then you, so you get into, did you fall into it? Or did you look to be in commercials? Do you know what I mean? Did you seek that out?
It's not that I sought it out. It just naturally happened from me doing the Nike, because it was a lot of Nike was print. And I was already doing commercials. I was always the actor on the commercial, or the jock, or the driver. So just between all of that, and then sometimes I was doing commercial as background. It just naturally happened, I think, as I was progressing into the industry.
Right.
Because the whole goal was, I'm going to be an actress.
Yes.
But I'm an athlete as well. I'm not going to neglect that.
Right.
But then stunts came in, and that happened maybe 2-3 years after I'd already did hella commercials.
Yes.
And then the stunts came in, because I was getting a little bit tired of just standing there holding the kettlebell, because I'm I need to be moving. I need some physicality. And then stunts. So.
I mean, I don't know if you say it it's a natural progression.
Yeah.
I don't think stunts are a natural progression.
It was for me after I'm watching. So this is where it got really frustrating. I will say this. Being an athlete, the athlete that I was, and then going on a commercial set and seeing people who are so not athletic, I'm she can't run.
Right.
She don't even look like no athlete.
Right.
Who's casting this? You know what I mean? It was
Yes.
that. I was like, this is not cool.
Crazy.
It was really frustrating watching that because I'm like, I'm an athlete.
Right.
I paid my dues. I
Right.
did it. And then you are not athletic, showing no athleticism at all, and we running side by side. This just don't work.
Yeah.
So I was getting tired of
You're not
that.
at my level.
No. It was like, and then to do like doing the print, a lot of print, you're doing a little bit of motion, but really not much. It's poses here,
Yes.
kettlebell, and I wanted more. I wanted
Yes.
more physicality.
So did somebody drop it? Like, you should look into stunts. Or you just was like, how does stunts, when I mean a natural progression,
Yeah.
like, how does it
So this guy,
happen?
I don't even remember his name, but Facebook keeps receipts, so I'm sure I can
Okay.
find the message from 14 years ago. Was like, yo, I need to introduce you to my friend. She does stunts. I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't even know what that was. I had no idea. But when he put that in my head, I immediately started telling people, yeah, I'm a stunt woman. Because when I found out what it was, I'm like, oh, I should have been doing this.
Yes.
I'm an athlete. I'm naturally athletic.
Yeah.
I pick up quick and I'll practice hard.
Yes.
So I started telling people.
Oh, you every coach's dream. And I'm not even a coach. I don't know.
Facts.
I was never chosen for shit ever. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that was a coach's dream. You pick up quick and you work hard. Okay.
Period. So I just started telling people I do stunts. Me, went out and found a private tumbling coach because I did research and was like, if I'm going to do stunts, I need to know some air awareness. I need to pick up some gymnastics because
Yes.
outside of a cartwheel and a round off, I didn't know nothing. I didn't have no gymnastic background. So I found a private tumbling coach and I was going to him at least 3 times a week. We would go to this gym. It was called White Lotus. It's not called White Lotus anymore.
Great show.
Yeah. And we would go there before it opened. He would do private lessons with me. And then when the gym opened, I would stay during the open gym hours and work on what we practiced. That was what I was doing.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so when they are hiring a stunt
Yes.
person, you do kind of have to look like whoever you are doubling for.
Yeah,
Do
that
you-
definitely helps.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
for
Like,
sure.
even if they're cutting off your face, at least the color or the frame or what are they looking for? Like,
Yeah,
you tell me. I'm
they
just
are. No,
guessing.
you're right. You're right. They're looking for, especially when you're stunt doubling, because if you're just doing the regular stunt, like
Oh.
your own stunt or it doesn't matter. But they do, when you are stunt doubling, want to try to get the best match possible to the actor or the actress. So body type, frame, height, complexion.
Are you trying to do stunts with wigs on?
I do stunts with wigs. I've been wigged so many times. Half the stunts I've done has been with wigs.
Really? So how are they
Yeah.
keeping them on your head? Or is it a glue process, or how are they keeping them on your head?
Both. So they'll use glue. They'll sew it in. They'll yeah. And when I went for Black Panther, I had to
Yes.
shave my whole entire head.
How do they say that to you?
Wow.
Janeshia, we would love to offer you this part. There's one thing. You got to shave your head. Would you be willing to do that?
Well, let me tell
Or
you.
Ryan Coogler, who's also from the Bay.
From the Bay. So it's probably better how they said it to me.
Oh.
Your hair is going to need to be short. Because they didn't say it was going to be bald at first.
Oh.
They didn't. They said your hair would have to be short.
People are so conniving. So you was like, short? Oh.
Because my hair was 26 inches down my back, past my brow strap. I was flicking on people.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. They didn't. They never said it was gonna
So
be.
you say yes. Was that like a thing? Like, oh my God, let me really think.
It was a process.
You know, if you had 26 inches.
Girl.
Okay, right now I got 18
Come on.
18 to 20.
Come
okay?
on, Kenya, fling it. You better let them know. And channel me over there too. Fling it again.
No.
Girl.
Anyone can have it. Okay.
Yes.
But anyway,
that's
so
how
no.
That's how I was rocking.
Yeah. So that is a big commitment.
Yes, and I saved my hair. Side note, I did save my hair.
Now that's kind of weird, but okay.
No,
'cause
it's
you're not a
not.
baby. You're not a baby. Okay. Who want grown people hair? Okay. I don't know. That's kind of weird. But so you saved the 26 inches. So how short did you go the first time?
So I was all the way.
You did?
They did all the way. Okay, so I want to rewind back to the other you just said. Okay, so it was a process because I actually contemplated and debated if I would take the role.
Having
Not
cut your
gonna
hair.
lie.
Yeah.
I called my brother. I was like, low key, like, I'm gonna look like a boy. He's like, you ain't gonna look like no boy, Nisha. Stop it. I called my friend Anna. I was crying to her on the phone, boo-hooing. She's like, girl, why are we crying over some hair? Why are we crying over some hair? Got off the phone with her because she was saying nothing I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
I called my pastor,
Yes.
and he was like, wait a minute. Isn't this what we've been praying for? We've been praying for this whole time because I had I had everybody praying, okay, that I was going to get the part.
Oh, yeah.
I was praying. I was like, thank you, God, in advance for Black Panther. Before I even had the job, I was doing that for like 8 months straight.
Yes.
So then we get it. I'm telling everybody at my church. He's like, wait, isn't that what we've been praying for? Jesus sacrificed it all on the cross. You mean to tell me you can't sacrifice your hair? And it's going to grow back? I was like, oh! And so then at that point, I was like, no, you got to take it.
And so it wasn't tears when you watched it fall to the...
No, because I had already got over that. Trust me, I had cried a lot before that happened. A lot.
Do you have a nice shaped head?
I do. I like to think so. You would never know unless you're bald, right?
Right, but you've been bald, so now you
I know. So now I know, but they told me because I wasn't even born bald. I had hair on my hair when I was born. Okay? So I have a nice shaped head.
You look like
I
you
owned
could
it.
Yeah.
I did own it, but I did have on beanies too, though, because it gets cold.
Did people think you were a lesbian? Short hair.
I got more, are you sick?
Oh my
than
gosh.
lesbian. Yeah.
Really?
And I had to check people. I'm like, first of all, don't walk up to people asking if they sick. How about a hi first? That's not something you tell people anyway.
Sorry.
Raggedy.
Yeah.
Yes. They would be like, are you sick? I'm like, are you sick? Because that's some sick shit to say, right?
To somebody you don't know.
So you don't know. I had two ladies in the church come to me with some craziness, and I had to tell them, look here.
In the name of Jesus.
Yeah, I'm about to baptize you on this concrete. Why would you ask me some stupid like that? Yes.
You know what that means? They wasn't praying. They didn't know what was going on. They was not part of the prayer line. I'm gonna let you know. They was not praying for you. They probably happy. They was not praying for you. Okay, all right. Them two ladies. All right. But okay, wait. So you cut it off. You have a boyfriend when you cut your hair off?
When I cut my hair off, I did not have a boyfriend when I cut my hair off.
And
no.
Was it harder? Did men come up to you as much with the bald head?
I was always having people come up to me.
Yeah.
I had more. I'm not even gonna lie.
What's your bald head?
I had more with my bald head than when I would have my silky bone straight hair down my back.
Really?
And I had a lot then.
Yeah.
More, Kenya. I'm emphasizing more.
Wow.
They were so attracted to like, oh, look at you. Look at them high cheekbones. Look at this. Yeah, it was all of that. It was like, oh, come on, Grace Jones.
Yeah.
It was all of that. Yeah, it was all of that.
Okay, so then we get through, we do walk.
Black Panther, that was the first one. Black Panther,
Oh,
yeah.
Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
How was that experience? How was working with Ryan? I'm like, we on first name basis.
I know.
Like,
well,
we
y'all
do
Bay
like,
Area.
you know.
I'm honorary Bay Area.
Yeah, you are. You are. So how was it an organized set?
It was good. So
Yeah.
that was the first time I had been on a set with that many Black people.
Yeah. Oh, that was probably great.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know what to say. Yeah, I had never.
I sure was. Was it organized?
It was
Right.
organized. It was good. It was just like, wow,
Yeah.
Angela Bassett
Yeah.
and
Were they all nice to you?
yeah, they were all nice.
All of the people you had interactions with.
Everybody was nice because we all knew that we were doing something different. But it's Marvel, right? So you know you're gonna be on a successful project. When I saw the final thing, I was like, whoa, this exceeded my expectations by leaps and bounds.
But when you're making it, do you realize this shit is about to be crazy?
I know it's good, but I'm saying it exceeded what I thought it would be. But when I was on that set with Ryan, whose work I had seen because I watched Fruitville Station.
Yes.
I was in the Bay when Fruitville Station happened.
Oh, okay, yes.
And to know that was the same director, that I was like, yo, this is the same. Hold up, right? I was like juiced.
Right.
And I was just like, you could see his brain thinking when you're on. You could see the way he was like processing things and how he broke it down.
Yeah.
I appreciated that.
Yeah.
And I appreciated the fact that I was on this project where we're all about to make history.
Yeah.
It was a superhero project. Marvel was on my vision
And you
board.
did make history. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Marvel was on my vision board. Yeah. Yes, it was. And it was the first time I had a costume made specifically for me. I wasn't sharing. Didn't nobody have to get in my tights. It was my tights.
Yes.
But Ryan, he was very cool. The way he broke down. Okay, so you guys are the Doors, and y'all protecting the king and your country and Wakanda. Just how he conveyed what he was trying to get across. Every time we shot something, he would have you gather around and so let me tell you about the scene. And then if there was a question that he had, he'd be like, he would call over the coordinator or something or whoever, and he would be like, okay, and then he'd be like, bet. It was just so cool watching somebody
in their
element, comfortable with who they are. I respect people's honesty with who they are over a lie any day. And I felt like he was so comfortable, so real, so authentic, and knowing that we're going to get this movie done. He was so talented. And then watching how he was interacting with Chad and Michael B. Jordan, who I realized.
Was he a calming or was he all over? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Michael,
did he bring
Ryan? No, Ryan was calm, but he's funny. He has a sense of humor.
Really?
Yeah, so like you could joke with him. He'd be like, "Hut."
I think it would be hard to be really from the Bay and not have a sense of humor. I have yet to come across, for real. I have yet to come across a black
serious guy. Yeah.
From the Bay that doesn't have a good sense of humor and a good sense of timing to clap back or to to get on something.
Yes.
Just to tell you the truth.
Yeah, like he was funny. Like he'd be like, okay, Janeshia, you funny or something like that. Yeah, he was very cool. Like even when I did my audition in front of him for Black Panther, and he was like, yo, you one of them Taekwondo girls, huh? And I was like, yeah. He was like, and I'm like, yeah, come on. How do you not respond to that? Like, he was just very, very cool. So it was awesome working with him, but also watching him work and articulate. I mean, he had vision. Yeah. He had a vision, and those sets were amazing.
Yes.
And
the costumes, everything. Yeah.
Everything. It was cool. So I was very honored to
and that
be able to work with him.
Did that lead to your next Marvel film?
Yeah, but so let me tell you how obedient I was to following suit and getting my head shaved. Okay. Because after Black Panther, I was getting roles just because I had, not just because, but the bald head aided in the securing of the job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I was like, thank you, God. Like I was so obedient. Right. Because I worked on Godzilla, King of the Monsters, where I doubled Aisha Hines. I worked on, God, there was like 2 other jobs I worked on because I had
the hair.
No hair. And I was like, this is crazy. And so I want to say this before I forget. My pastor, which really made me secure taking the role, he said, your sacrifice will never outweigh your reward. And I was like, yo, I sacrificed my hair, but whoa, look at this reward. It's just overwhelming. Right. Yeah. And so to go back to you, when I was working on Black Panther, doing the casino scene where I had to do the stunt, because I was my own character, and I also was the double for the Okoye character, which was the general on the first one. Yeah. Yes. So I was doubling her, and I was also doing my own character.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to go back and watch now, because now I don't know. I mean, I don't know why that was her.
To your credit, it was like 5 years ago.
No, I don't know why I thought she was such a powerful general. I thought she was doing her own shit. Okay, no, it ain't. It was you. Okay, so
well, especially when I was doing the wires. So in the casino scene, we had to do the whole casino fight where you jump off the second story.
Yes.
So, so I did that.
You were jumping off the second story?
Yeah. So during this particular shooting of the scene, I got an email. And the email was like, hey, just checking your availability because the Doors are going over to Avengers. This is while I'm shooting a Marvel project, I'm getting contacted about going to another Marvel project.
Because you're in the family.
Man, God is good, man. That's all I'm saying.
Did they say, keep your head bald?
No.
Don't roll that hair back.
At that point, you already know, like, you're going to be bald for a minute. Yeah. Yeah, but how crazy is it that you're on a set and then you're getting an email from, like, the same parent company talking about you're about to go to another set?
I mean, I love it.
It's
and I think
crazy.
Anything is possible. I definitely believe in God. And good thing that you were obedient.
Totally. Yeah.
And so you move on to Marvel. So at what point, I mean, you obviously got your gold and your black hair today. So at what point do you say,
is my hair going to grow back?
I'm ready to let it grow back. Like, it got to be kind of scary if you're getting jobs, you're getting men.
Yeah.
Like to say, I think I'm going to grow back.
Well, this was crazy too. So in the midst of that, right, I ended up doing, I did Station 19. I played Officer Khan, which is the Grey's Anatomy spinoff. I did, episodes over there.
Yes.
My hair had grown back a little bit because there's a little bit of a break between some stuff.
Yes.
Like, it's not a complete overlap. There was a little bit with Infinity War.
Okay.
But there is a little bit of time. And I had enough on my head to where, actually, it didn't even matter because they introduced to me wig bands.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay.
Yeah, so if you have a bald head, they can put this like band on the wig and put it on and then just glue the edges.
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying. It didn't even matter on some of the jobs I had if I had hair or not, because the character, they was going to put some hair on her anyway. Come on. It's like overflow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did that. Yeah. And then I was booking stuff on my own acting stuff.
Yes.
And they were just wigging me. So there was a little bit of break where, because I'm not being bald and my hair's growing back. My hair grows back all the way, all of it down to my shoulders, right?
Okay.
I forget the time span. Maybe it was like a year, maybe.
But
quick. I was doing work between there. Yeah. And then I get called to do Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh.
And then
we know, because we know you took it.
Yes. Then the head comes off.
Yeah.
The hair gets off. Yeah. But it was, I mean.
But now you know it's going to grow back. I'm not tripping.
Yes. I know it's going to grow back.
Right.
I've seen it grow back.
Right.
And I've been told that my hair grows back fast.
Yes.
So.
I was thinking it's all the way down here in a year. I think that is fast.
That's what people said.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know.
With a hair growth product, okay? That's what you need, okay? Okay.
That's what they said.
Yeah, okay.
And so then it, went back to bald.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so then you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you when you were informed or found out that you received a Emmy nomination?
Oh, my goodness. So that was in 2021, shooting the funeral scene for Chad while we were doing Black Panther Wakanda Forever. That's when I found out.
So did somebody
I was in the white dress.
Okay.
And we were in the waiting tent because we were in the tent to go back because we just shot some stuff and then came back. So I came back to my phone and it was going crazy. Like crazy. It was like, oh, congratulations. And I was like, what are they talking about congratulations for? So then I had to message somebody.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you. What are you talking about? Congratulations. She's like, oh, the Emmy nomination. So I thought that it was just the team, right? Oh. Because for SAG, I'm used to doing, SAG Awards. Oh, the stunt team, the stunt ensemble.
Yes.
So I thought it was just like the stunt team for Lovecraft. Yeah. I'm like, oh, they're like, Lovecraft got nominated stunts. I was like, oh, cool, no problem. Like, heck yeah. No. She said, no, you got nominated. Right. I said, oh, I got to go. So then wait, hold on. I said, hold on. I said, wait a minute. So I went to Google and I Googled Emmy nominations.
Yes.
And then I went to the website and I went to the category.
Oh, to confirm.
So I was like, what's she talking about? So when I went down and saw that it said stunt coordination and then outstanding stunt performance, I said, yo.
Did you say, Mama, we didn't make it?
I said, God, showing up, showing out.
Yeah.
I had no idea. That was the first year they introduced the individual category, outstanding stunt performance. One, I didn't even know about it. Yeah. Two, didn't know who was voting. But the fact to know that
didn't even know you had been submitted.
I didn't know. I had no idea. And so I was like, wow, this is deep, because I looked at all the different nominees. And they were all teams, with the exception of one guy. So it was three. There was like different people, right? Because everybody's nominated like they could have a team or individual.
Yeah.
I was nominated individually, the only girl by herself, and I was the only black chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. until date, I'm still the only chick that's been nominated in that category by herself.
That's crazy.
I know, it's insane. It's insane. Like, I can't make this up. I couldn't write it. I wouldn't have thought of this in a story. So I was very ecstatic. Yes, and I couldn't cry when I was on set and saw it, but I was just I in my own space. I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. This is amazing. Because I had a white dress on and makeup and all that.
Yes.
But I was like celebrated as soon as I got back to the hotel and stuff.
When you did Wakanda Forever,
yes,
the sequel,
yes,
did you notice, was it a difference? Because now it's already established, we the shit. Like this production,
yes,
this movie, this franchise, whatever. So was it a difference on the set? It could be like in terms of accommodations, your catering, everybody, you know, like, we about to kill it. You know what I mean? Like, is there just a different energy? Because you don't really... In terms of being successful, we don't have to prove that.
Right.
Now, we may want to prove that we can be better than the first, but
sure.
They already know this movie's making money.
Yes.
So they may be pumping more money into it.
Yes.
So was there a different feeling on set?
I would say yes. And that's a great question because there was so many different feelings.
Yeah.
One, there was a feeling of absence and void because Chadwick wasn't there.
Right.
And there was a feeling of, we're going to make this work. We're going to put all of our love and care. Because Chadwick's not here, we're going to make sure this is, the best. There was another feeling of, like, excitement because there were new characters that were being introduced. There was a whole underwater aspect. So, in the first one, the Doras, my characters, we didn't get in the water. We was in water this time, right? So it was that whole excitement. Oh, my God, we're going to get in the water. We did water tank stuff. Craft, the food was good, I think, from memory, but there was a sense of excitement because our costumes got upgraded. Oh yeah, people's costumes got upgraded. We had gloves now. It's like, wait, hold up. Gloves and tights that matched the leg print and the print. Oh, well, actually, the boot print was matching our tight print.
Oh
yeah. See, we had solid color boots in the first one. No, we had boots minus the fur. We had everything else. It was some costume upgrades and oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was cool.
Do you think Chad would have been happy with the project?
Yes. I think he would have been happy with the project. I think he would have been very happy with the project. So in the first one, Chad really wanted to feel like, Wakanda, we're creating this environment and this country. He had his friend come down with his drums and would drum during our rehearsals.
Chadwick did?
Yes.
Really?
That was Chad. So we would be doing rehearsals and we'd have, all that. Like, we was rehearsing with stuff like that.
Wow.
That was Chad. Wow. And so we were able to have that.
Oh, you guys brought that?
We were able to have that, at some point. I forget when in the process, but the drummer came, and I'm like,
that
hell
was,
yeah, because Chad was a total energy, spirit, and so
So with all those, so to date, what's been your favorite project or
to work on?
Yeah.
To date, my favorite.
Yeah, like the best experiences or.
Wow. Okay. Can I have like a 3-way tie?
You need 3-way? You didn't do that movie. Many movies that you need. 3.
Okay.
Take 3. Okay. The Janeshia show. Go ahead. Take 3. I just need 1. Take 3. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
I just need 3.
Okay, tell me.
So like my favorite projects that I've worked on or the experience that I have had. Okay. One would definitely be Lovecraft Country. I really enjoyed working on Lovecraft Country.
All right.
Ingenue Ellis, who I doubled on Lovecraft, which is also where I got my Emmy nomination from, as you said.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Okay.
Absolutely amazing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just from the time I was at Lovecraft until the end, it was good. I felt like, yo, I made it. And this was before the Emmy nomination.
Yes.
I was like, yo, this is legit over here. So Lovecraft for sure. And then I would say Station 19.
Yeah.
Because one, no stunts. That's all me, pure acting.
Yes.
And it's Shonda Rhimes. It's Shonda Land. Shout out ABC.
Yes. Yes.
So that was really cool. I really enjoyed my time there because what I will say is that I know Shonda Rhimes has helped talented people make it to the next level. Mm-hmm. She's given some of my friends breaks. Mm-hmm. I mean, when I did my audition mm-hmm. for Station 19, mm-hmm. it was kind of crazy. My dog was barking in the background. She was mm-hmm. having a fit. You can hear her faintly in my audition. Mm-hmm. But for them to know that, but even with hearing my dog in the background, that I was the right mm-hmm. person for that mm-hmm. speaks volumes to me. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm always Team Shondaland, always. Mm-hmm. And so that would be second. And then third would probably be Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay.
I really like Falcon and Winter. Third, as in this is all the same. Like,
yeah.
This is a three-way tie.
Yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
So if you could collab or work with anyone, either an actor, a director, a producer, what does that look like? Who is it with, and what does the project look like? Have you ever thought about that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's
so,
manifest, put it out there.
Okay, so
you two ladies that did not pray for her before at the church, we want y'all to pray this time. Okay. Okay. What's the project?
Okay,
Who we working with? What?
Oh my gosh. So it's funny because you asked this question and combined all of it, but I get this question separate. Like, who's the director you want to work with? Who's the project? But now you're making me put it all together, which is funny. So, well, I won't say this guy because I already technically, no, it's whatever. I will. Okay, so I will be working on
This is how you manifest. How she just said this is how you should always be putting out things that you expect and that will happen in your life.
I will.
Okay, yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm adding to, you're right. I will work as the lead in an action series / franchise directed by M. Night Shyamalan.
Scary.
Ooh. With Morgan Freeman.
Better hurry up. Okay, go ahead. I mean, he's older. He's older. He is still alive, but he's older. But go ahead. The Voice. Is he The Voice?
He does a lot of voicing, yes.
Yes, okay. With Morgan
Freeman.
Yes.
Jack Nicholson.
Girl, you better hurry.
No, stop.
Why are you choosing the oldest men in the business?
These are heavy hitters.
I know, but
heavy hitters.
Okay.
And
we need more than the church. Everyone she wants to work with is like over 80, okay? So we need this to hurry up. We don't have no time to be playing around with this manifestation, okay?
Oh my God, I'm so done with you.
Is there anybody under 80? Do you want to work with anyone under 80? Who? Give me somebody.
You didn't let me get to.
Okay. Morgan,
there's two more actors.
Who was the other OD?
There's two more.
Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Okay.
Sam Jackson and Angelina Jolie.
Okay. Why Angelina?
Oh, I love Angelina Jolie. She is like the epitome of a walking action franchise. She did action. Okay. I mean,
and that's all you. This action.
Yeah, now, and she leads it, and she's awesome.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Now
I love Angelina Jolie.
Okay, so how do you pronounce it? M.J. Shyamalan.
M. Night
Shyamalan. Okay,
you can just say M. Night. You can just say M. Night.
Be watching it like this.
But hold on,
my fingers, because doesn't he do scary things?
Psychological thrillers.
I could deal psychological, but some of that stuff is scary.
It makes you think.
I don't know.
Yeah, they'd be good.
Yeah, thinking, why did I come?
There's always a twist, movies. But you got that answer because you had me combine everybody I want to work with.
But all that's it. That's your dream team.
I know. I got you.
You just did it. It's about to happen.
But there's also asterisks by because I also know that I'm going to work with J.J. Abrams, which is Bad Robot. But get this, I want to tell you. I actually had him on my vision board as well. I don't know if people know this, but Bad Robot was the producer of Lovecraft Country along with Jordan Peele and them. Jordan Peele's company, Monkey Paw. So I kind of partly got my
You better be more specific.
Well,
your vision
I'm
board
too specific. It's too specific.
Come true.
I know. So
You know
that's
what
why
I mean?
I didn't say J.J. Abrams because by association
Yes.
he was there, but
Yes.
he's on my vision board
Yeah.
to work and be directed by him.
Yes.
You know?
Now, this vision board,
Yes.
where is it posted?
At all my entryways.
So,
Because that's where when I walk out the door, that's
Yeah.
what I see.
Love it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And when I
how-
close
just
the door,
about
when
how
I
big is it?
So it's a normal standard poster board size.
Okay.
But I grew up doing vision boards. I'm big into vision boards. I do.
So are yours fancy? Or are you just cutting out the pictures and putting words? Or
So
or you make yours super cute?
Mine's are, there's a method to the madness.
Oh.
Because I border mines with words like,
That's good. I'm gonna
yeah,
take that.
so
I don't do
yeah,
that.
so
Okay.
I border mines with, I
Yeah.
cut out words.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
That's cute.
inspire, motivated,
yes.
ready, like
Love,
all
love.
that around there.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I have like little sections that are themed, like over here might be the commercials I want to do, like
Oh, got it.
Milano
Okay.
Cookies, Pepperidge
Yes.
Farm,
Yes.
who I did reach out to, and they said they was gonna get back to me. Where y'all at?
Right.
Colgate.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
have like a whole section of like commercials that I want to do.
Yes.
And there's a section here of traveling where I want to get to.
Yeah.
And I will tell you that
Tell me a place on your travel where you want to go.
for this one,
Well, wherever. Like, where's a place on travel that you
Oh,
want
on
to go
travel,
to
okay.
travel on your travel?
Thailand. Yeah,
Okay.
Thailand's on there. Australia's on there.
Yeah.
I had the Caribbean on there,
Yes.
and then I ended up going to the DR this year.
Yeah.
I said I wanted to work in Italy last year.
Yeah.
I worked in Italy this year.
I'm telling you, you are
Yeah,
real.
and I was there shooting a movie where I was the lead in an action sci-fi.
Okay, so then let me ask you this.
Yes.
Do you think that when you are you a person that can travel alone? Like, you seem like you okay.
Yes.
You seem
yes.
like you would be able to do that.
I
and have a good
I could
time.
travel by myself. I have traveled by myself. I have no problem talking to the locals there, the natives. They all tend to like
Yeah.
navigate. And I also give off the don't try to pickpocket me.
Right.
Don't try to get crazy because I'll get crazy on you.
Right.
Right. But
Right.
I give all that off
Right.
with the laughs.
You be walking around doing your karate?
No.
Is it karate?
No,
Jiu-jitsu?
but I will tell you this: when I was in Amsterdam a couple years back, these little delinquents was trying to be crazy, and I was like, "Get away from me!" I'm like, yeah. I bet you they didn't try that with me. They went on to somebody else. Like, I will do that, and then go on like nothing happened. You know, because you're not pickpocketing me over nobody's country, and I'm not going to jail in nobody's country.
But I love the fact you don't mind acting crazy. In
I
public.
don't. Because sometimes people need crazy to know, well, I can't mess with that one.
Right.
I feel like
Real
I feel like
crazy.
some people get targeted because they don't act crazy enough. Just act out of
Yes.
character.
You know what? Next time I'm walking down the street and I'm feeling a
Shoot.
little threatened or afraid,
You
I'm
better.
gonna start yelling out real random shit. And
Yep.
Let me see. Did you do a hand movement?
All that.
Okay.
Because let me tell you, the minute you do that, they don't want no part of that. They like, yo, she gonna make me go to jail. When they should be going to jail based on what they're trying to do anyway.
Okay.
They're like, no, we can't have that.
Okay.
Look, I watch a lot of these like crime shows and
Yes.
stuff, and the culprits will tell you, we target. We
Yeah.
know who not to target. We know
Yeah.
who to target. I tell you right now, I am on nobody's target list.
Yeah.
I give
Oh
off.
yeah,
the
but you
don't.
also have been a pro wrestler.
But they don't know that.
No, they don't know that.
But they know, like after
I just
they,
love the fact you can act crazy. You just gotta act
I
crazy.
will add and turn it off real quick.
Yeah,
And be like, "Where's my
okay,
can?
where's-
Where's it?" Yeah, exactly.
Anybody got coconut water? Got some coconut water?
Yo, cause no robber, stealer wants to deal with that.
Yeah.
They don't. That's why they gag people and put stuff over their
Yeah.
mouths. They don't want
Yeah.
that. Come on, this is basic.
All
This
right.
is like even profound.
Yeah.
It's just you think
Yeah,
about it.
Okay, I gotta get out the bubble. Okay, thank you. All right.
Just
But
go a little crazy.
I
Pretend you
know.
in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And then just start talking to yourself. Look, in Hollywood, that's normal. I just tell people, oh, they working on a monologue. Keep it moving. That's all they doing. They working on the monologue. Keep it going. Look, y'all casting. I'm here.
Okay. So you have been so much fun for me. I needed this. These days is long. These days is long.
I believe it.
Real long days.
Yes.
But thank you. You are such a bright. You're bright.
Yes.
Light.
Thank
really.
you.
Like, listen, for real. I don't know if you're quite as bright as that hair you got. but your light is bright. Okay, really. And
This yellow is bright.
we are gonna be able to look back and all these things that we talked about.
Yes.
We're gonna be talking about that happened,
Yep.
that happened.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, before he died.
Yep.
Nicholas before he died. Yeah.
Sam Jackson.
Yeah. Me and Angelina, we hang out all the time.
Oh, all day.
Okay.
All day.
We buddies. We like this.
Facts,
okay.
man.
And she trying to take poor Bradley's winery. Okay. Anyways, but anything else you want to tell us about real quick before we go?
First of all, thank you for having me. Like, I love your entire setup. You are an awesome host. The way you like navigate these conversations and
Do you
throwing
say
your
that
little.
to everybody?
No.
Okay.
I'm real. I think you gathered that I'm pretty real and
I do think
authentic.
that.
Yeah.
I do
So
think
yeah, no, this has been awesome.
Aw,
And your
thank
little
you.
side jokes and stuff. Yeah. Hilarious.
you.
But this is such a great setup and space. Like
Aw,
I
thank
feel
you.
like I could just be comfortable. Like I could
Oh, I hope you
know, I'm
were.
super that's what I'm saying. I can feel like I can be comfortable, be myself, laugh.
Yeah.
Like this is such a good space and environment.
Thank
yeah.
you.
And you have the best craft service I've seen for anybody's podcast.
Well, thank you, and I wish I could take credit for that, but I can't. But I do appreciate it because every time someone comes in there, that's what they say. So I
Yo.
do appreciate that, and I hope that I created a safe space. and
You
we were able to have
did.
fun,
This is
like we're at
awesome.
home,
I had
although we're
tons
so
of
far
fun.
away.
I know, but I feel like it's like,
Okay. Well, I love you, and I swear, I see it. Big things, big things. And you
Thank
don't need it
you.
from me. You got the vision board in the church, but it's gonna happen.
Yes.
It is happening.
It is happening.
Yeah.
Yes, it is happening.
Ah,
Like
well,
Stewie
thank you.
said on Family Guy, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So
Is that what Stewie said?
he did.
In the words of Stewie. I never
Yes.
watched that show, but okay. But with that, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Truly Kenya podcast today. Thank you so much, Janeshia, for coming out and spending time with us
Thank
between your busy
you.
schedule. If you are watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, share. If you are listening to us on your favorite podcast platform, please like, subscribe, and share there too if you can. All right. Thank you guys so much. Bye.